Hey everybody, it's Nicholas Ashbaugh. Let's go ahead and tune into the energy of Monday, April 27th using a combination of mediumship plus one oracle card. We'll start with the mediumship first. As I was tuning into the collective energy, what came through was communication that was blocked. I could hear someone talking, but either the words that they chose or the language that was being used, it didn't resonate. From a communication standpoint on Monday, one thing that you really want to do is to validate the receipt of your message. I remember back when I was studying how to communicate, there was this sort of like chart that was made where basically you have a message, you choose the words, it goes across, but then it has to get decoded by the other person. When things travel across time and space, there can be interruptions, there can be distractions, and also the words that make sense to us don't always make sense to others. Use the clearest language possible on Monday. That often means using less words. Efficient communication, clear communication is more important than flowery language that can confuse. If you can say it easier and simpler, do so because you'll reach a larger audience. The other thing is you can simply check in with someone and say, does that make sense? Does that resonate? Do you understand? Likewise, if you don't get something, ask a question before things continue. Clarity on encoding and decoding the communication is going to be really, really important. The other thing is if you don't hear back from someone, don't assume that they're ignoring you or they didn't like the message. There could have been something that interrupted the flow. Check back tomorrow or check back later in the day and just say, hey, I want to make sure that you got this or that it didn't fall off your radar. There are ways to basically reconnect and check in without being pushy, and this would be a good day to do all of that. So today on the weekly collective, I used an oracle deck because it's connected to the angels. So we're going to use it one more time and see if they have any advice on clear, concise communication and just anything that we need to know in general about communicating. The card reads, take the weight of the world off your shoulders. When it comes to talking to someone, one thing that this can indicate is like a chip on your shoulder, pressure to impress, or just this desire to like make everything perfect. Don't make something bigger than it needs to be. Just begin with a simple hello. The other thing here is if something is bothering you, find a way to express it that makes the person feel included. You could say something like, you really matter to me, and I trust your advice. I need to talk to you about this. Now you've set them up as an advocate rather than an adversary. So try to find the way that is going to bridge the connection between the two of you and let them know that the reason that this is happening is because they're important and you have something important to say. But don't put too much pressure on yourself or the other person. That is the key takeaway. All right, everyone. Good luck. Have a great start to the week. Remember to listen. Remember to check in with yourself and with others. And again, keep it simple. See you soon.